Hi, it's Hazel and welcome to my channel. Today I'm making this stationery set. It's not exactly, it could be anything. It doesn't have to be a stationery set, but it's just a little thing from a 12 by 12 paper. I'll give you all the measurements and how I make it because it does need a bit of sorting out. Okay, so that's all we're doing today. So please give me a thumbs up, share my video with your friends, press the notification bell with your crafty fingers, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you. And also please join my Facebook group, Hazy Crazy Arts. We might have stuff like that. That is my papers. We might have things like that on there. It's marbling. All it is marbling papers. Okay, it's double-sided. I've done mine double-sided. There we go, like that. Okay then, so let's go and I'll show you how to make this and all the measurements and all the little tips and tricks as well. Okay then, let's go. Does it matter which way around this is? Because it seems to be... Oh. No, don't think it does. I think it's one of those that's any way around, which is perfect. Okay, so I'm definitely going to score. So this is 12 by 12 exactly. You have to watch this because I was using one earlier. It was only 11.3/8 of an inch, 11 3/8 of an inch. Right, so now I'm going to score at a 1/4 of an inch, which is 11 3/4 of an inch even, and also at a 1/4 of an inch. Okay, and then I've got to make sure this middle one is actually going to be the biggest of the three. So I'm going to do it at 4 inches. 4 inches. I would say 4 inches, yes. And 8 inches to make sure that's the biggest. So then when we fold it, it won't catch. You'll see what I mean. So I'm scoring it at 4 inches and 8 inches. And I'm hoping this is going to be right. If any reason you want this pocket to be the same as the other ones, then I would just perhaps score at 4 1/8 and 7 3/8. But I'm going to make this a 4-inch pocket. Okay. Right then, so now what do we do? So we've done these two, we've done the 1/8 and then we've done the 1/4. So now we can turn it round whichever way you like. It doesn't really matter as long as you want something for that's going to be the top there, because I'm going to score that at 2 inches to make the flaps, and then I'm going to score it at 7 1/4. And that's going to ensure that I've got a little gap between there, because if I did it at 7 and 7 exactly, it would actually come right up there. If you want it like that, I don't think I want it like that myself. So I'm now going to put that up there. So that's got that little gap there, which is what I want. Okay. And now I'm going to cut between, look, these little, you can see those little folds there. I'm going to cut them completely out, just up to there. So instead of doing this, actually I will do that, just to make, but I've got to make sure you can see me, what I'm doing, because I'm going to cut those folds out. There we are, look at that. Doing it very well, not very straight at all, but hey, it's handmade, that's how it goes. Right, and then we cut that bit out there. I said pit, what's a pit? I'll cut pit out. Okay, what have I got there? Oh, I thought that was my hair. I could see that. I thought, you could see my hair out the corner of my eye. I don't know what, no, I know you don't understand what I mean, but I understand what I mean. There we go. So let's get that cut out completely there. Oh yeah, my son, oh, I've got a plant, right, and I didn't know it did this by itself. My son says, Mom, your plants make, what's that noise? And my plant is supposed to eat flies and spiders and things. So it eats flies and I thought, and I've only ever given it things, it, you know, trapped it, and I'm not, it hasn't, I don't know, it caught it itself anyway. In there, there's somewhere in there, there's a buzzing noise. Right, so it looks like it's caught one. Right, so what I'm going to do now is cut this little corner off, even off the, this is the end, this is the short bit, this is the, not the short bit, that's the short bit. This is the bottom that lifts up, okay, like that. And I'm going to cut a little nick out there, little nick. Cut my son-in-law out there. He's only 5'7". 5'7" to me is small, so. And then I'm going to cut that line out there. See that line there? Can we see that? Because I'm not sure where where's my scissors? Oh, there you are. Right, this line there, I'm going to cut that out. Okay, so then we're going to meet up with that triangle I've cut. Okay, so now we've got that shape there. And then the same this side, right? So I'm going to cut, let's have a look, make sure I'm doing it right. A little nick. There we go, a little nick there. Oh, where are we? Where are we going? How can we see what we're doing? Because I've got it really close up, haven't I? How's that better? Can we see now? But I just wanted to show you where I'm cutting and those folds. I'm completely cutting out. Okay, that's so we don't end up with any curly sides. Okay. Oh, do you know what I forgot to do? I was going to round the corners, wasn't I? And I haven't done that yet. So I'm going to just round the corners, each one of those. You don't have to do this at all, but I like to round the corners. Get agitated if I don't round the corners. There's a project I was doing the other day and I thought I should round the corners, but I don't know if it would be practical enough to round the corners. There we go. Is the one with the journaling spot. Oops. Look, that's supposed to go there. And that. And there. Right then, so what do we do now? Right, we're going to glue, but first of all, if you've got a plain white piece this side, you might want to decorate it. So now's the time. Okay, you might want to decorate this bit so it goes so far into there. You could decorate it all if you like, but I would just decorate perhaps this bit here, something like that. Let's go back. Okay, here and here and here. Okay, I would just decorate those. Right, let's just see how it folds to make sure it folds okay. I'm going to put that down, or you can just fold it in. This is just to check we're okay. Okay, and then we fold, oh yeah, fold the flaps down, yes, that's true. And like this. Okay, fold it in there somewhere, and then fold that in there. Right, so that looks better, I think, than that hanging over the edge this side, and also better than, well, I don't know, you could actually get it to there. I have got one of them I've got to there. It looks fine. Okay, so anyway, we're going to move our scoreboard out of the way. I did mention the checking it's the same thing, didn't I, about inches and centimetres, because some boards, even in America, yes, are going into metric for some reason. That's unusual because mine's completely inches. I have got metric on this bit, but I don't understand that. Why would you do that when it doesn't correspond at all with these lines? Yep, that's what it's like. Right, okay, so now I'm going to glue these here. Okay, wherever my glue is. Now, it hasn't got its lid on, but it's been behaving ever so well, yeah. Let's see if it still does. See if it still likes me. It's been liking me all day. No, it's not now. It's misbehaving. Now it's not going to like me anymore, is it? Oh, it is. So I'm going to, oh, look at that big, massive, oh no, not very straight, is it either? Right. So imagine you've decorated. Don't forget to decorate that bit if you need to. I'm not doing that because I've already got mine decorated. Okay. Oh, do you know what as well? Oh, what have I done? Can you see my big mistake before I do it? I don't know where I'm looking for a cloth. Oh, it's there. Right, I don't need this up here. So you don't need it up there, do you? If you've got it as short as I have up to there. So now I know exactly where it is and I can wipe that away. Oh look, wait a minute. Oh, it rubs the colour away, look. Anyway, there we go. So after now done that, so I've now rubbed the colour away, look. Didn't mean to do that. So if you don't want to do that, just glue up to there or up to wherever yours goes. Okay, I'm sure you don't want to do that. Do as I do, do as I say, not as I do. That's the question. Right. Okay. So remember that. Okay. So it's sensible, you know, not just. It's sensible to do as I say, not as I do, isn't it, as well? Yeah, very sensible and very logical as well. There we go. Yep. Look at that. Look at this. Look, I've done a massive glob, so that's what you shouldn't do either. Just make sure you put a little tiny bit of glue in that if it does that for you. Okay. And I thought 1/4 inch was better than an 1/8 because I was going to try an 1/8, but I thought no, 1/4 inch is fine. Oops. I suppose I bet other people's done this. This is so simple, isn't it? There must be other people who've done this, but I did make it up because I made it up from an idea, my other ideas for 12 by 12 papers that I've done. Okay, which I also haven't copied. Right, so that's that. Right, so I've done now, haven't I? I've done all the business. So yeah, now we can fold it up. Super, still. Right, if you don't like it, because I don't like that, I want to be more flat. So I'll get my big bone folder that's waiting for me in the wings there. Yeah, that's good, isn't it? That's unusual. Usually I'm searching for half an hour, and there it was. Right, so then we can do it like, we don't have to do it like that, we can do it like this as well. You can take it apart and do it, you don't have to do it all together like I was. There you go, do as I do, do as I say, not as I do. That's it, there we go. Yes, it is common sense to do as I. Right, what am I going to put in here? Right, I've prepared already. Now, I haven't got any completely matching, but I think it'd be this sort of ish colours. I've got these beautiful little envelopes. Right, so I have got a little envelope maker, and I've got the mini one, and these are supposed to fit the this envelope was made from 5.5 times 5.5 paper. You can, if you want to make envelopes and you haven't got a maker, then I have got a video on how to make it without a maker. I've got 7 different types of envelopes, so you don't have to make this type. There's other types of envelope as well. In fact, I do make this type without a maker on it. So I can just put, oh, do you know what I forgot to do? Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't somebody say, where's the thumb holes? Somebody should have said, where are the thumb holes? Right, there was a method of doing this as well. A very good method, because you have to get them. Mind you, that might be better now that I've got these down. If I can fit it in there, you know. Unless I do it, let's try the, I'll tell you what I might do. If I use the 1.5 inch punch, I can actually see. Because my 1.5 will let me see in there. You don't have to do this at all, you don't have to make thumb holes, but I think it's a good idea. Look at me trying to get it. What am I trying to do? I don't know. Don't ask me what I'm trying to do, because I don't even know myself. Right. Okay, so what I'm actually trying to do is get that in there. Has it gone in? Right, I need about, right, so I've got to make sure it's sort of in the middle. Actually, the middle one's going to be a bit easier. That's about right, isn't it? So if I do it about there, do you think that's about right? Yeah. I'm going to do this one next, because this one's going to be a hard one as well, isn't it? The middle one should be slightly easier, because it's going to be slightly bigger. Look at me getting it the wrong. Trying to get it the same as that one. Slightly different, I think, but hey, it'll do. It's handmade, and that's fine. Right, there we go. About that much. Does that look okay? Yeah, they're all in the middle. Anyway, what other method was, if you're going to make a hole, I would do it before you do this. And what I did was, got a pencil and made a mark on the thing between, and then you turn it upside down and you can see the pencil mark in here, and you clip it, and you take about half. If you're doing an inch punch, obviously 1.5 inches, that's because my 1.5 inch punch might fit a little bit easier. Anyway, where was I before I was so rudely interrupted by my mistake? There we go. That goes in there. So I've got a load of line papers. All these little line papers, right? Put all those. They fit perfect. Let's have a look. Just going to check that they fit in this envelope, because I don't even know. I haven't tried. Yeah, that should fit perfectly in there. Yeah, look at that. Wow. And these are, oops, yeah, let's have it like that. And these are little cute. Isn't that cute? Little writing set. Ooh. Right. And then, oh yes, I've got a thing. This is quite big, so this should fit that. Or is it too big? Oh no, it's massive. I thought that was going to fit, but actually I'm going to have to cut it down here. Oh dear. So I'm going to cut that little bit off there. Where's my thing? Where's my scissors? Do you know what? I can't, where are they? Oh, there. Why didn't you tell me there they are, look? Right, let's take that off. We'll take it off about here. I'm going to have to cut that other paper down as well, aren't I? Luckily, I've got a staple at the right place. Honestly, what am I like, woman? Right, here we go. Right. So is that big small enough to go in there? Is that big small enough? No, it's not big small enough. It's actually it needs to be taken off here as well. So all I've done is taken some line papers and stapled them down there. That looks like it's got a little, I don't like the looks of that. I want to take that little corner off. I suppose you could having to go too far down there so to get that sliver off. Right, okay. So that all I've done is staple the line paper there. So now you've got a matching notebook to that, and you're going to have a matching. Oh, it's better that way round. Look, that's fine. That's fine. Look at that. I was going to have it that. That's the original way round. But look, that fits perfectly. So that's good, isn't it? We just have to cut a little bit off the back, because I'm going to put it round so it covers up the staples. So I'm going to cut off, let's see, that's going to be there. I'm going to cut that, I'm just going to glue that on. Okay. So I'm going to fold it like that, yeah. And I'm going to, do you know what I'm going to do as well? Just going to trim that so it is exactly the same. Yeah, just very slightly over. So I'm going to trim it, making sure we're level here. That's what I did. Oh, actually, yeah. In my haste, I've cut it wrong. There we go. So all I'm going to do now is glue that on, and then I'm going to glue that bit there as well. So I'm gluing the back and the front. Shall we? What do we do? Do you think what's logical? Do you think it's logical to glue that and then do that? Do you think it is? Do I think it is? I don't know. I'm not sure, but I'm going to try that anyway. Let's have a look. You could probably tell me where I'm going wrong now. Okay. So I'm going to glue that onto there. That's right. Where's the fold? Right. Fold. And that should be right. And that should be. Should be. I suppose you could leave it like that, but I'm not going to because I want to cover up the staple. Don't have to cover up the staples, obviously, but I'm going to. I'm going to put a bit of glue there, then I'm going to I've got a bit of what I'm going to say. I'm going to put a bit of glue there, then I'm going to put a bit of whatever there. Okay, and I'm going to fold it actually so it stays. And I'm going to wipe that with a glue cloth, with a piece of cloth that I'm using as a glue cloth. Okay, and that can be folded. There. So that looks like a very nice little notebook now, doesn't it? And it should fit in. If not, we're going to cut off again. But let's have a look. Yeah. See, that's not much different to that. I mean, that's sort of like blues and greens, isn't it? Which is what I want. That doesn't mean to say that's not going to fit in. It might be because I need to put my scissors down there. Oh, there we go. Look. So that'll be fine. When you've done that a few times, it will be fine. Okay, so now what do we do? Alright, so we've done all this. And we've done all this. And we've done all this. So what do we do now? What do you think we could do to close it? This is what I did last. Let's find a piece of... You don't need a thick piece of paper. Something like this, because that matches the things inside. That's actually marbling paper. I've printed on both sides. What I do, I don't know if anybody, I don't know how to print together. What I do is print it one side, then put it back in again, and it prints the other side. Yeah, right. So I need to cut this, don't I? Let's get my big one, my big cutter upper. Let's have this. This is the very good cutter upper. Apart from it does do a bit of ragginess now because it's old. Right, what do I do? About 2 inches, do you think? Or should we do 2 1/4? Let's go 2 1/4. 2 1/4 of ragginess. Okay. I think these are on my group actually. I'm not sure if they are or not. If they are, they are. If they're not, I can put them on there. Okay, so all we need is something like this. And we're going to make a belly band to hold it together. Belly band, how about that? Hey? Right then, so what do we need that? I think it's going to fit. I assume it's going to fit. Let's have a look. So we're going to put it about, whoa, somewhere like that. And I've got it, that's quite tight, so I need to have it quite tight. In fact, I made the other one. The first one I did, I made it before I even put anything in it. And it still worked. And let's just fold that and that. Make sure I know where the folds go. Okay. I'm going to see if I can keep it so it's straight. And I'm just going to glue the end there. Because I don't know why, but if you've seen people's, when companies do it, they seem to glue, they don't seem to glue the whole lot, do they? Don't know whether that helps or not. Then you've got that. Okay, let's see if I can fit that on. Watch me not fit it on. Oh no, you've got to be able to fit it on. Right, she says. Right, she says. Let's see if I can fit it on. Yes, I can. Told you I could fit it on. And that's your belly band. Okay. You can do it, you can put something, I would put something there, like, what did I, or I can use these lot for labels for the other things. Right, okay. You can obviously print a word. You can print a word off wherever. You can find a word, but I always write a word, don't I? Because I'm like that. Oh, let's use that green. I know it's watercolour, but it's actually a watercolour pencil. It's got a nice thick point. So what should we put? Stationery set. Right. Ah, yes, that's the point. Yes. Now we're going to make sure we fit our word stationery in the middle. Let's see what I do. Stationery. I know how to spell it. Don't worry. I'm just thinking how I'm going to. What word letters are in the middle? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I and O are somewhere in the middle. In the middle-ish are there. So we want I and O. Anyway, I'm going to put the word set down there. I'm going to make sure I'm going to be quite whimsical with the letters. Is that a word, whimsical? So I'm going to not do it like traditionally. I'm trying to get everything the same size. So we can do it like this. So, yeah, I'm going to explain in a minute about that. Right. And then S. So I could have done the T's exactly the same, couldn't I? Anyway, there we go. So that's going to look, so that's one way of doing it. And because I've done it, look what I've done. So I'm going to do a little thingy there. That looks too far over there, that's why. Set the E's in the middle, so the E wants to be somewhere here. And then we can do a small S perhaps, and a big T. There we go, stationery set. How about that? That's very whimsical, doesn't it? Which is what we like these days, don't we? Another thing we can do is make sure we spelt stationery right, which I have. Right, how do you know whether it's stationery meaning still or stationery this sort of thing? It's easy. I think, I know there's a different way, but I do it like this. You know what I'm like. I've got my own little method. Right, I don't know what the other one is. There's a very good way of doing it, but I do it like this. Right, stationery. Okay, so I'll take stationery as Harry. Okay, so Harry is a person, and he can stand still. So you know that's why I remember that Harry is the stationery when you're standing still. Okay, and the stationery is the thing that you put. I don't know what I think I had a little thing for this as well, but I can't remember now. Anyway, I've just seen a little amusing thing online about this, but it says something a bit more than this. But anyway, so stationery, E in envelopes, and ER in paper, so that makes you the ER. And stationery, AR in parked car. So that's that must be that little thing I was trying to think of. I didn't actually know it then. Okay then, so I'll leave you alone now. Anyway, stationery. So Harry can stand still, so that it's not this. So Harry isn't inanimate, is he? Well, not usually. Depends if you call your pencil Harry or something. Anyway, so we can do that. Right, okay, so inside I'm going to have this. I'm going to divide that into 3. Paper's going to be a small one. Envelopes is going to be a large one. Now, what time is it? Wait a minute. Right then, so what I'm going to do now is put the word envelope, and was it envelope, paper and notebook, aren't I? Envelope's probably the longest one. So let's do that fancy writing again. Fancy writing, it's whimsical. Right, it's okay, let's get this a bit different sizes. Let's get a big V, small E, a bit further down, something like that, and then L, O, P, large E, and then shall we have a large E as well for change? One S, of course, not envelope. It's not envelope, is it? Envelope, sir. There we go. So envelope's there. How about that? And we don't need to do any little thing here because we can cut it off, can't we? Envelopes, notebooks, probably that's the next longest one. Okay. Notebook, and what's the other one? Paper. Okay, them little marks I make are called serifs. Them little are called serifs. Yes, I learned that at college. Yeah, so there we go. Right, let's go there. Then we can stick those on the front of those little. You don't have to make a stationery set or anything, but I thought it'd be a nice little idea. Right, so there in there we've got envelopes, haven't we? So we can stick that there. It looks quite nice, doesn't it? I suppose you could even go around the edge in your green, couldn't you? This is actually a watercolour pen as well. Pencil, crayon even. Right. What do you call it? I don't know. Crayon. I call them crayons. Oh no. Do you know what? I've left the lid off again, haven't I? And it doesn't like me anymore. It says next time you leave that lid off, that pin out, I'm not going to do it. I forgot about that. Yeah, we knew it, didn't we? Do you know what? Well, if you can't use, oh yeah, look, there it is. If you can't use you, we're going to have to use the, look on me, I'm going to get glue everywhere in a minute. Can't use you, we're going to have to use the stick glue, aren't we? Don't think it liked it, because it knew what I was going to say, I think. No, use me, use me. Oh. Right, so envelopes, notebook. So just a bit of scribbliness. Yeah, that looks a bit bendy, doesn't it? Oh well, it's fine. Right, okay, so that's our little thing done. Okay, all done and complete. So, hope you do like my content today. Please give me a thumbs up. Just going to all repair. We're going to do that. Give me a thumbs up. Share my video. Press notification bell with your crafty fingers. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. That'd be great, thank you. And also I've got a Facebook group, Hazy Crazy Arts, as well. I've got printable things on there, probably these little I've got some of these type of things. I don't know if I've got this one, and I've got some loads of different ones. It's printables with a hash. Should be on there somewhere. I suppose you could even put something on there, but no need to really when you've got that. You can put it either that way around, obviously, or that way. I did have it. I did have it the other way around, but now it's decided to jump. It says I don't know if I want it this way around. I'm going to put it the other way. So I'll try it the other way. I'll try it this way first, though. Okay, there we go. Well, that's gone on straight. Well, that's a good way of doing it. Put it down there. Right. Then that's holding that together. A little belly band. Okay, so it doesn't really matter which way around you put that tool. Stationery set. Yeah, that's perfect, isn't it? So what I did was, if you didn't see it, I don't know if you did or not, I was just sticking these on there. So if you didn't see it, I was actually sticking those on here. Okay. And then I just slip that on there. and it decided it was going to do it when I went like this. Perfect. Yeah, it does it like that. Perfect. There we go. So I will say goodbye now, and thanks very much for watching. Goodbye.